discuss amicably.
So,
I think
when
so
we
too.
last met...
Oh, look at you stand behind.
How's that? The duplicate of me there? What?
I
still don't know much.
Well, fast.
We can all, as long as we can
know
learn
a lot
fast.
more than we know.
Yeah, that's the key thing is to learn fast and to not fill your brain with things you can look up. So I don't remember a lot of details about things, especially things I can look up. Oh yeah, there you are, blasted off.
Okay.
So last time we spent about half the time building the rocket, and just by luck and happenstance, we managed to, as you say, Tokyo drift into orbit. And we managed to come back and all. And Val was successful where Jeb was not.
It's Valentina.
Yes, Valentina. Let's get it right.
I've learned so much about Valentina this week.
Valentina Tereshkova, to be more exact. Oh yeah, she was a pro. We have a package about her here we're going to get up to, right? Just so. First off, we've of course managed to figure out what atmospheric versus ballistic reentry is. Basically, it's skid your way in like a skipping stone across the atmosphere, hopefully not to jump around and pop over the atmosphere.
She pulled it off just as expected. I didn't expect it.
Yeah, she did. 3 days in orbit with somebody named Valerie, who was apparently a guy. So that's a Russian thing, I guess.
Down will be captured versus
yes.
kind of deep into the atmosphere.
That is the idea. So here in our game, Valentina succeeded, and so we must celebrate. Yes. Yay!
Yay!
Our first female Kerbal into orbit around Kerbal. Yay! And so, yeah, well, we started looking up the real Val.
On June 16, 1963,
we found this
video.
Launched aboard an SS-6 rocket to become the first woman
so this little
to reach orbit
video is pretty good.
Vostok 6
if you get a chance to check it out.
She worked as a seamstress, an apprentice in a tire factory, and eventually a loom operator. But she also continued her education, graduating from the Light Industry Technical School and learning to parachute jump with the Yaroslavl Air Sports Club. When she launched into space, she gave hope to Soviet girls throughout the country that they too could rise through the Soviet system to greatness. Tereshkova spent 3 days in orbit, and for most of the time she flew in tandem with Valery Bykovsky in Vostok 5.
Yeah,
the two cosmonauts stayed in radio contact with one another while they completed a series of biomedical and scientific experiments. After completing 48 orbits in a little over 70 hours, Tereshkova fell back to Earth on June 19, 1963.
And here she is today, or actually 2017, as a politician in Russia. Which apparently is what you do.
She looks awesome for... How old is she?
I should have done a little more research. Somewhere near 80-ish, I think.
Right?
Yeah, that's a pretty good
headshot. I would not want to cross her.
Yeah, right?
She does look very powerful.
So we, I guess, after one vote, the one vote that counts because he's here, we decided we were going to go with...
I just want to do it.
A minimal viable rocket, yes? Because it sent you to Venus. Isn't that a Women from Venus thing?
Did you see Venus last week? It was awesome.
Oh, yeah. Yay. Root beer.
Okay. There's the rocket equation. Why am I looking at that?
So, well, everything about getting into orbit and being in orbit is about delta V. Being able to change your speed to a certain amount, right? Well, how do you figure that out? Besides looking at the game and just looking at the numbers in the game, right? So, this is the rocket science part of Rocket Science 3. And this is the classical rocket equation. My mouse is not over it. There we go.
Like squiggly lines.
Squiggly line, squiggly line.
To ZZV.
That look better? So
He said, a good orbiter. I think Venus would be a lot more hellish.
Wouldn't it?
It'd last a lot longer on Mars. Delta
Right.
V, as I know it, total amount of velocity change work you can get from a stage.
Right. And so the number that shows up as the stage amount of delta V is calculated by this, which looks all complicated, but actually isn't very complicated in a spreadsheet for a spreadsheet to do. So it essentially amounts
Basically
to
magic math.
what?
I'm not supposed to be speaking Greek.
Alright. Well, maybe this table up here will make a little bit more sense.
Sure.
So we got 3 things in the simplest little tiny rocket, right? That's survivable. We got a parachute, a capsule, and a booster, the flea booster. Right? These are the things that are available.
Why does the booster have a flea? Gross.
That's the name of it, because it's so tiny. And it,
That's me good.
so each one of these items has a starting
for
mass, a fuel mass, and an end mass. Of course, the parachute and the capsule have no fuel. And so their starting mass and end mass is the same. The booster has a starting mass, and in the details of the booster it says how much fuel it has in mass. So this does the calculation. Everything that's yellow is a calculation based off of the data that I stuck in here from the game. And then here's the ISP, which is the specific impulse, which is to say how much it's pushing at any given second. And so when we take the sums of all those things and do the calculation, we get 772. So now let's go check that in the game real quick.
Well, you do that.
That's the plan.
I don't do that. You do that. Disgusting engine.
Disgusting.
Exactly.
Oh, come on.
No. Has that ever worked?
What? Come
No,
on.
come on to me. Ever.
I got there. I got there eventually. Okay then. So we're going to do our minimal orbital engine, right? And we're going to do that in career mode. Yeah, eyeballing stuff's good in the game. Not so great when you actually build stuff. Alright.
Scared the crap out of me.
What did?
That stupid game popped up on my thing.
There we go. 773. And we got 772. Oh, we're not looking at it. 772.8. So it works by and large with the game, but in the game, the lower stages that are blasting through the atmosphere, yeah, it would be the re-entry engine. But the lower stages don't line up with the formula because they're taking into account the atmosphere in the game, and the formula is like, you know, for spherical rockets in a vacuum kind of thing, right?
Uncontrollable re-entry engine. Yep,
Oh, no,
that's
no.
how we do things.
Yeah, let's not do that. I'm missing a decoupler anyway, so
It gets complex. It does get complex.
it can. Right now, we're going to keep that simple.
SRB equals full blast re-entry.
Yeah. So what? You were saying we were doing the Hapa or the minimal
He said
orbiter? I
minimal.
thought minimal orbiter.
Or she. I believe he said he. Yeah, he. Minimal orbital lander.
That was the idea, yeah. Orbital, yeah. So that's our
Suez, not sure.
deorbit engine. There we go. We're not going to land vertically
Safe
with an engine.
Orbiter.
Yeah.
Orbiter.
So we'll name it that. Why not?
That's a weird
The
word.
safe orbital. The safe.
Not advisable SRB reentry. For hopefully obvious reasons.
Yeah.
Not obvious to me.
Oh, that's right. I get what you're saying. I put this guy together to check my formula on the spreadsheet. But yeah, no, this bottom stage needs to be a liquid engine, not a solid booster. Yeah. It's a solid booster because I was verifying my numbers. So we're going to call this the Safe Minimal Orbital Rocket, which is the SMOR. The SMOR. The SMOR. It's the SMOR rocket. Yay.
Going to be able to gently reduce orbit. SMOR. Okie dokie, I like it.
Kind of self-explanatory.
Sure.
So we'll start with that. But yes, go away, Mr. Solid Booster. Let's have some fuel instead. Hopefully we don't need more than one tank to deorbit. And as far as engines, we don't got a choice. Don't really need a swivel engine coming out of orbit because we're just pointing our butt backwards. So, plus this guy's got a lot more thrust. 240 in a vacuum. This one's 215. Yeah. I suppose. I see what you're saying. The tracking looks all funny with it. It has a big long name. Oop. There we go. Alright. Capsule decoupler, re-entry engine, another decoupler. Boop. Then now we just need to get to orbit, right? So 920, that's plenty of deorbit. In fact, we might be able to give some spare if our orbit isn't perfect from the first stage.
Seems like a very small one.
Oh, that's you, not you.
You might want to reduce the name to SMOR to make the current name into description so it actually shows up in checking.
Yeah, I did that. That way, because on the map, having the long name doesn't work so well. Let's throw a few tanks,
to get to orbit,
a swivel. What do we got? 2280 altogether.
How many parts is that?
11 of 30 parts. 9.3 ton of 140. But we need 2,500 to get into out of the atmosphere and escape velocity, and then 1,000 more ish. Whoops.
We'll just do a suborbital and gather science location.
Well, yeah.
I have no idea.
If nothing else, if we don't get into orbit, then we do a little science where we can.
He just
Do a
likes to
little
blow
side-
stuff up. Don't let him fool you.
I did that the first time, yes. There it goes. That's the one I'm looking for. So yeah, we're good on parts. But it does 2280 total, and in this first stage it only does 1360. We need 2000 on this first stage, so booster time. Right? We're all about the boosters, right?
And fins.
Boosters and fins. So I did a little experimenting with these overlays, and to understand what all they mean. And basically it means what now?
Nothing like a giant tube of burning rubber.
Yeah, right. Yeah, isn't that that was who's doing that? Give me a name. X Prize winner. Scaled Composites. And that group. I can't remember the name. Anyway, yeah, they were burning nitrous oxide and rubber. And their craft was made out of carbon fiber fiberglass, so basically it was a 70s Corvette going straight up into the sky. Burning nitrous oxide and rubber, so.
Pretty sure most SRBs are rubberized or just complex polymer that just black rubber pretty much.
Yeah, I've seen some of the material before, but so
Do you have enough power?
power, not quite. I need boosters, but so this blue ball being way up here from this orange ball is the center of mass, which is like where it will spin. That's the center of its point of spin.
You need some more stuff on the bottom.
Yeah, pretty much. You need drag, which is where the fins come in. Draggy fins. Now see, Mr. Blue Ball just went right down with the fins. And then the center of thrust. Let's see, like an arrow, yeah. Yeah, pretty much, right? Sometimes it doesn't take so much science as just seeing what everybody else successfully did in the past. I don't know, Bob. Bob hunts with those arrows with the feathers on the nose. For some reason, they don't go very far, you know. On the shoulders of many a giant. So now, this rocket in this configuration, once it has lost its boosters, will still be decent for going through the atmosphere, because the air will be slightly beyond this center point. If we make it right at the center point, then, like so, let's zoom in on them a bit. So if we put them like that, then the air wants to keep it in the position pretty much where you leave it. If you put it down, come here, you. If you put it down here, then as long as you're going through atmosphere, it's going to want to stay pointing up or stay pointing in the same direction. And then, yeah, and then the stupid center of mass as the fuels drains, right? So
which is fun.
Yeah, that's where the old calculus comes into it all. So let's drain the fuel, shall we? Of course, hopefully by this point we'll be up in space and the aerodynamics won't matter anymore, right? So mostly we want to make it right for when we have boosters and we're going through the air. So, couplers and boosters, and let's get flying.
Couplers and boosters.
Couplers and boosters, oh my.
Make sure to put the fuel back. Thank you.
That would be B. Yeah, that one's full. Oh, that one's empty.
Seriously, it's like you almost know us already.
Hey, this seems like a useless thing to do. Let's put half the oxidizer in, right? I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, we don't know what to check yet.
Oh, always checking. No, that is true. That's why there's a checklist for everything in aviation and aerospace. We're not at that point because, quite frankly, they take too long.
That's not true. You're going there. You've already started a spreadsheet.
Ah, yes. Started a spreadsheet. Like,
talk to me at dinner about it.
No talking before we're on the street.
Take me to a romantical dinner so you can talk to me about Kerbals.
Kerbals. The poor Kerbals.
It's not okay.
Let's see, some few RT10s ought to do it. Do we need some big old thumpers? I don't know. We don't have that much to go.
That's the mood, like Kerbals.
Well, I don't think the fleas are going to do it. Let's try the fleas.
Well, it actually worked for him, so I'm not going to complain too much.
Big boom tube.
Big
26
tube.
So that's only 350 with the. That's because these guys got to go at the same time. Another reason to check your staging, because.
Oh yeah, staging. Somebody used to yell at you staging a lot.
Nice big powered burn.
Real kick. And a nice long powered burn.
Well, that didn't. Amazingly, that didn't change the center of mass too much.
It didn't change it at all.
Well, no, these guys went from that to that. So now they're right inside each other, which is good, because as soon as I jump off the pad, I want to take my angle. Go angles. I want to be able to, so if the blue ball is down and below, then it just wants to go up. It doesn't, it's hard to push it over. But if they're lined up, it's easier to push the rocket over to more orbital speed and weight.
You'll need to consider the additional loads during launch.
Yes, and that would be, we probably need some aerodynamics here.
The fleet is more kick for a stage.
Well,
IMO, but I have no idea what 3-letter acronyms are.
in my opinion, I believe.
In my opinion, and I'll never get
Let's
that
give
right.
them big old thumpers, why not?
I'm not hip hop happening on the lingo. I'm not good on 3-letter.
I got my stupid ones in the wrong place. Well, this is supposed to be the minimal rocket, right? So
Jesus.
Maybe that would be the flea, and then the flea engine. We're gonna go.
Now that is a rocket bippy.
You know, you want me to reduce
schminimal.
it.
That's how we live, man. Seriously, minimal schminimal.
There we go. That's not too big a rocket. Come on. Let's see, 25 on the first stage, 2594. That theoretically gets us to 70 kilometers.
You want to be safe or reliable.
Safe or reliable?
That's what he
safe
said.
And reliable. Otherwise, you don't get to take passengers. And it's hard to make money if you can't take passengers.
Too minimal is just, and less is more, but you really want to get moving.
We do need the aerodynamics here of the little plot there, Make it nice. So 2591 should get us to 70 kilometers.
Vice versa.
All right.
I have no idea.
Safe is reliable. I believe what this means. Let's see here. Ooh, details. So, the boosters and the center rocket fire, and for the length of time that the boosters run, we get 480 meters per second all told. Then after we decouple them, the rest of the center core burns. This is their assumption, I guess. And that gives us 1191. And then that 1191 and 1480 is only 1500 or so. That's probably not quite enough in it. Should be interesting.
The idea to get far enough upwards to safely be able to abort, rather than be slowly pushing up and having to parachute from low altitude.
Yeah.
This should be interesting anyway, but you must launch promptly because since I feel this may tip over.
Tip over? Oh, well, we probably need some more finnage. But the fin should help. Hopefully we won't tip over.
Hopefully.
Maybe we move the fins down a bit. A little bit more drag. Alright. How many fins do we have? Alright. 3 fin, 3 booster rocket. Let's see if we can get to orbit, eh?
Eh?
Yep. You ready?
I'm ready, eh?
The boosters are a little high on the rocket. I suppose.
My hair looks good. Not really bad, but either way you're gonna go for man test launch sweat.
That doesn't look good. Oh, dang it.
I mean, didn't you have another orbital rocket since it worked?
And it had excess. It had all sorts of excess. As much excess as I could afford to put on it. But this is, now. So yeah, my first rocket was what I could call a NASA rocket, which is to say they had all manner of money to play with because it was a national priority and so on. Now I'm kind of looking at the commercial side. We got to be tightwads now. This is the cheap seats. Uh-oh.
Cheap.
Oh, come on. It'll be fun. I don't think we'll get to orbit, though. We need bigger boosters.
Oh,
We're
come
gonna
on.
need bigger boosters. But anyway, we'll have a fun suborbital flight at worst case. Or, I say worst case. Let's double check staging. 3 rockets firing down here. This engine as well. Get rid of those. Get rid of that.
Nobody ever died from falling before. It's a myth.
What's now? Died from falling before?
Sure.
It's the sudden stop at the end of the fall. It's the high velocity. So, do we want to stage the rocket to the second stage right after this? To try and reach...
the parachute people made that one up.
So. Yeah. So I do think we want to fire the second stage immediately, and after ditching the first, and we'll see how we're going on the map, if we get that far, right? And to help make sure that if we go suborbital, instantaneous staging. Yeah, Musk lost his second rocket to instantaneous staging. Of course, he was trying to use like little pushers, hydraulic pusher bars that are reusable instead of the explosive bolts and decouplers and the like. So the engine cut off, and the G's hadn't completely settled. It decoupled, and then the first stage bumped into the second and messed up the engine or something along those lines, if I remember correctly. Yeah. But we'll see how well it works. Of course, we're using an explosive decoupler, so that's good.
God.
too quickly. Time for a fun launch, yeah. We'll see how well this goes. Alright. So, SAS enabled. Full throttle on the liquid. Quadruple check staging. Jebediah. Oh, that's right. We're in sandbox?
No.
Where'd you come from? You know, like a regenerate or something?
Yeah,
He respawns. Oh, I did that whole memorial video and he respawns. Since it's on default, okay. Well, whatever.
That's funny. That's super funny.
Well, yeah. We do want to keep Jeb safe no matter what.
Sure.
Sure. Alright. So I was wondering, where are we going to actually try and land if we end up non-suborbital, or if we end up suborbital? We'll go land over in this area, maybe over there. I'm pretty much tired of landing in the ocean. Oceans. And there's a whole lot of oceans in that direction. So we're awful optimistic, I'm thinking.
Very. We're always optimistic.
North or east? Oh, true. But this is the good place. This is the launch pad for the men because it's right at the right location.
Safest as always.
Well, true. There's that. And you know it's at sea level, right? You ready? Count down. 3, 2, 1, go.
3, 2, 1, go.
So, well, I still have some directional control. I want to get. Maybe I can get this way. No, not really. Not so much. But I don't want to tip over. Don't tip over now.
Craft is silent, no lord.
Chip's having fun.
Easy.
Oh. Be careful now.
Gently.
Gently.
Do not roll too hard.
Going through the hot. Oh, that's right. Forget about the fine grain control.
Mountain landing for super bonus points. I already lost super bonus points for my friend on his picture.
Yeah.
Not actual points, just a personal challenge. Craft is looking good. Is it? I can't see.
Going the exact opposite direction. That is not the direction I was supposed to be going. But oh well, let's do some science while we can, huh? We got a crew report.
You went west, young man. Yes,
Yes,
he did go west.
Yes, I have that left-right, east-west problem a lot. Does not make me a good pilot, generally speaking.
The hard way.
Well, that's 165. It's a whole lot higher than I thought I'd be. Well, let's see if we can get some...
Try going to the South Pole.
Maybe. Let's see how much distance we can get. There's the South Pole. I don't know.
Oh boy.
Maybe there's a little bit of islands over here. That looks like it's in line with where I'm at. But it doesn't Doesn't tell me how long it is until there. I got nothing. Yeah, it is. But I got no.
Your Apple Wax is coming up
Apoapsis.
fast. You gotta unlock the time. Oh! Sandbox spoiled you. I agree!
I
100!
But unlock the time? Oh, for the. Yeah, to know how much time you have until apoapsis. Anyway, at least I know I'm prograde. Or if I should wait, really. Get a little more detail on it. Alright. Get my butt behind me. And you ready? Burn, baby, burn!
Prepare for whatever you plan on doing soon. Wait, he's gonna die? Another one?
Nah. Nah. We're flying out. We're doing good.
Welp.
We can make this. We're still gonna look like we're gonna end up in the water though.
Suborbital.
But yeah, suborbital, sadly.
Is that like subpar? Maybe
Well, it is
on that
when-
island or near to it.
Yeah.
Or near it.
Unfortunately, I burnt up all my fuel, so I have no maneuvering fuel left.
You're no Elanian.
No Elanian yet. Nope. Yes, we did want to avoid splashdown. What are you doing?
Oh, he's made it
Listing
through
out all the
Splashdown
problems?
quite a few times, right? Oh, Jebediah. It's counted as one for some reason.
Don't want to overwrite the crew report. He can't EVA yet.
Stand by for AP Science, etc. Or re-entry. No antenna.
Nope. He's a really simple little capsule right now. We were just trying to be minimal to orbit, right? That was the
I
plan.
have no idea what you're doing. Do not ask me.
Review report. No science. Well, then what good is keeping it if there's no science points?
Just turn that light on because you gotta have that light
yeah,
on.
turn on the light. Oh, my golly, we gotta burn up electricity. Turn it on a light.
I guess you could use an antenna because no battery or any way to recharge it. I want to put my own words in here.
That's not useful. So I guess the light just helps burn. Yeah, we probably cannot see. I haven't tried this yet, but I would imagine we can't see our control panel without the light.
Stand by for re-entry.
We're still going up though. How far are we from up?
You are still going up.
Yeah, I'm trying to. I guess why am I bothering to try and save the reaction wheels? Let's just get to retro. Burning up all that power and light, so now I can't spin around. See the hatch in the dark, yeah. But I haven't done much flying in the
Conserve the
dark.
battery, though. He says conserve the battery, too.
Yes.
Not just me thinking it.
Yeah, well, that's part of why you're here, because I can't always read the thing. So, looks like we're going in the water again. What fun. Now, I've seen people steer the capsule on re-entry and manage to move their final destination around.
That's what he said, tried to land on something. I was like, I don't know if you can try to maneuver. Prepare shark repellent.
Right? Alright. Let's get back to the action of the of the capsule.
Have insufficient battery force controlled
Aerodynamic.
aerodynamic reentry. It's because he doesn't. We haven't done the other stuff yet.
Well, what? I got 50. I don't know.
You got the what?
I got 50 whatever's electric charge units. I don't know how controlled my aerodynamic reentry is.
Sure, the space program. Space cadet.
I'm not sure what units they were using. Watt hours, maybe? That would make sense, but...
The people are asking these questions. You step up your game. Kerbals expect
Duracells
at least.
Yeah, right.
And the platinum ones, not the old ones. Copper ones.
Look at this lovely view that Jeb's getting. Jeb 2, the respawn. How convenient they respawn, you don't even have to retrain them or nothing. They just already know all their stuff still.
Jeb boy.
It's like genetic. Oh yeah, we were going to speed up. That's what we were going to do. Except that when you speed up, you can't control the attitude so well.
Prepare for rear entry. It looks like you're going the wrong direction. Oh, for re-entry.
I am
80,000 meters.
Yeah, that's the thick air. Apparently. Or the thin air, rather. Again, with the backwardsness. Yeah, it would be, no. It's essentially the difference between
retrograde.
Falling straight downward like, say, yay.
A bullet.
Yeah, and then versus falling downward more-ish like that.
80,000 is the time. Height, you kind of have to be ready by.
To be able to keep it, keep it lined up with the retrograde marker. So this is the flying part of the game, if you will. Since we have assist. What? True. And the bigger the craft, the harder it is to turn around.
Yes.
Momentum is a
bitch.
Pee-pee. No, I'm not paying attention to my ADI ball.
No.
But even this, they kind of suggest is... So this is the center line of the craft, from the nose cone to the center of the heat shield. That center line is the path you're following. At least when I get it in the right spot here. Scary Hal, yeah. How best should we rotate Jeb here, you think? Let's put the window away from the fiery scariness. The cold scream of space, yes, that's what he's looking at now. What you looking at, Jeb? Nothing. Suppose you can fly from here, right? Let's see. Oh, cool. I'll just fly it from here. Like I'm Jeb. How far back can I zoom out here? Oh, about there.
Great.
Kind of boring capsule was. Pretty much, right? We'll go back out to the fiery, flaming view. We're way down there at 40 and 50. Whee! Yeah, we just came back from at the inopportune time. Oh, I hate when that happens. There's some monopropellant or something that keeps exploding on the really strong re-entries. Max Q. So it's just a sonic boom. Well, that's more useful. that's less scary. So, parachute time. And we can be done with this ass. Yeah, max aerodynamic pressure. That kind of indicates that with the way the air rips off the craft but past the nose. Because normally you're pushing air in front of you. And eventually you go supersonic and they show it pretty well. Or at least what looks reasonably well as far as video games go. I think we can speed up this part, right? It's safe to speed up as we finish skydiving, right? Yeah, condensation bulb.
Condensation bulge sort of thing. Not really.
Well, I've seen a picture of some jet aircraft going supersonic, and it kind of looked like that. How is it the most dangerous thing I can do? As long as it's open. I'm just trying to finish the last 70 meters or so. Is it your chutes being warped?
Well, that makes sense.
I thought they just like sped up the time.
And they can
Refresh
snap all
rate.
great. And you have no
true.
redundant systems.
No.
Unlike all aviation that has redundancy.
Well, that's what's minimal about a rocket. It's a minimal rocket, no redundancy.
Even, well, that's would never fly anyway, but
Yeah.
in the real world.
Okay, here we go. I did get some science for hitting the water at least. There's that.
Minimal rocket would never be authorized. That's right.
This doesn't look good. No, well, not completely minimal. You would have to have a safety margin of everything for every stage in there.
And he's listing all the things why. One single parachute, no extended battery, no recharging system, probably no life support, welding inside. Better go get him. Why you let him out?
What now? Oh, we've got to send back.
He don't look happy.
Well, get back on board, you. There you go.
He's gonna set flood and he's gonna drown while you're fiddle farting.
I didn't take off his helmet. Neck damn failure.
Oh! Tell him Jebediah.
Oh, we got back. We got 39 science. We need like 45. Ah. 6 more
Climb
science.
out. Board is B.
What now?
It said board was B.
I got him on back on board. Just a plastic
bag for a helmet. Great.
That's not useful.
That is
You
not
got more
useful.
monopropellant that gets to go suborbital for no use. No. Which game are we in? Yeah, it's the career mode game. Alright, well. What have you? Alright, so clearly we're going to need... Oh, ballast.
Ballast.
Clearly we're going to need more booster. Let's put these big bad boys on here.
Well, at least he lived.
True. And we got some science out of it. That's part of the goal here. Oh, yeah. This needs to be 3. That's what's missing. Come here, you.
So the actual game of this is just building rocket after rocket and trying to see if you don't explode.
That's part of it. And then once you manage to get reliably orbital, then you can go to the moon, land on the moon, practice landing on the moon like lunar lander, except in 3 dimensions.
It's a high load re-entry. It could have been.
Don't say that!
Though. Not really a game, I'd say. More of a simulator that seems like a game since they're
little green
cute
dudes.
little green dudes. He got me to watch this because he said it was a game.
It is a game.
It's a game of me watching you build rockets.
You're gonna need bigger fins. Oh. Not liking that. Not liking that configuration at all. Alright, Booster, where are you?
The fun part is moon and planetary landing. Yeah, well, how many years is that till I get to see that?
Hey, I managed to succeed in the tutorial.
No, that was when you were in Sandbox.
Well, that's what they do all the tutorials in Sandbox.
Landing on Duna is scary and exciting. In game or real time.
Alright, this looks at least like it should work. We got the center of mass and the aerodynamics at least kind of overlapping there. It's a little forward, might tilt forward, but we got a lot of thrust, so we'll thrust very hard through the atmosphere.
I don't think that's gonna work.
You don't think it's gonna work?
My great grandmother didn't believe that anybody landed on the moon.
Yeah. Yeah, this guy wants to come down here. I'm going to throw away those guys. We've got 3298. That sounds better. Because we need at least 3,000 in combination of getting to altitude and getting to orbit.
If you take risk, you can reach further at the grave cost of losing many Kerbals and stuff.
Yeah, right. I'm going to go to this stage. What we got? Yeah. I think this might do it.
If nobody landed on the moon, there's about 11,000 kilograms of random alien stuff.
Where?
I have begged the aliens to come and hang out with me. I don't think there's any aliens.
Bad fin placement. Better fin placement.
The universe is just too expansive. I'm pretty loud. You'd think they would have heard me standing on that mountaintop a few thousand times.
Right. Alright, this looks more doable. The schmore. We got a little bit more. Although, unfortunately, this is taking into account what we're using as a deorbit engine. So, I think that we're going to need a little bit more than that. Let's take right about there.
This is the s'more too.
Yeah, it should be the schmore too. I'm going to give this core more fuel tanks.
Staging, fins. Even in metropolitan part of space, we're talking light years. And it's not like we're doing enough to be heard. Just kind of randomly shooting stars that usually turn out to be. I can't read that. In the conditions of life as we know it. Conducive.
That was a little weird.
That is a bunch of.
A little problem there.
No.
Alright. Looks like we're back together with a little bit more fuel tankage. 3 boosters. Center core engine. 3 side boosters go off. First stage goes away. Our center.
That's why odd number rockets aren't really that common.
Yeah, right. Nobody gets it right the first time.
We should get it right the first time. That's what your job is.
Yeah, we're a little slow on the building stage here. Trying to do some serious engineering. So 3697 in the total.
We need to make some food real quick, so hurry up so you can want to see one more launch. Come on, let's do it.
Alright, let's just do it to it.
Let's just do it.
Let's
the best laid plans of my ascendment.
Really, I only get one launch site too. Damn it. Sandbox mode, you suck.
Minimal rocking, minimal thinking. Hey, that's the way I live my life.
Minimal time.
Minimal thinking. Minimal time. Just do it.
Alright, now this time we're gonna go north.
North.
North and east, you said, right?
Minimal training. You have 30 minutes to complete the mission or it's free. Yeah.
Alright.
Room pizza.
You ready?
I'm ready.
East.
Go east, young man. 3,
East.
2, 1. Blast off. Yes.
Hey, quit with the rolling.
Rolling. No guidance.
Oh,
Dangerville Robbins.
no guidance? What do you mean? We're just taking this rocket out for a spin. We got no plan.
Stand by for range safety.
Railgun.
Railgun. He wants to do a railgun. Don't get him started.
Well, that was dangerous. Oh, I still did it. I still managed to ditch my poor friggin' just try to get
Ending by for a board.
Yes. Alright, well, let's see
Abort
where he
to
gets.
suborbital.
Dang it. Dang the balls. Minimal works minimally.
This big stinky.
We can do a crew report from out here, maybe? I think we've already done this one enough times.
Space don't like minimal mindsets, apparently.
Well, as long as
we designed rockets.
Yeah. This is true. Especially when you're we didn't spend a lot of time. We didn't spend a lot of time designing our small rocket. So
Von Braun did not.
No, it was not the as I've often said, it's not the rocket science that's hard, it's the rocket engineering. We know we need to get to 3,000
Von Braun was an
meters
engineer.
True. But we know we need to get to 3,000 meters per second delta V. but we need to get there with the right engineering and not tardedly staging instead of throttling up.
Dude.
Yet again.
Here we go. To the moon, Alice. My recommendation is to reuse the last successful rocket design and repurpose
Always
it with
says,
science
yes.
gathering equipment. You want wider margins for error and always sass.
Yes. So there are, I think, a few science items I can buy and stick on the capsule and then do the science suborbitably, orbitably, indubitably, suborbitably. So we may try that for next flight. Right now,
You have to
let's
do it
see
tomorrow
where-
night.
Let's see where we're at. Yeah, we're about up on our time here.
Big margins of error and excess fuel is actually your friend.
Absolutely. But
Sure, it
also
would be
proper
wasteful
operation would be good too.
in real life, but this is the only game, so you can really need it.
Well, it does. On the plus side, it looks like we might land on some other interesting piece of land, but maybe not.
Hey, I'm very proud of myself. I know what a 3-letter acronym is. IRL. You must give yourself that extra chance.
Yeah, we will. This was just to. I guess we managed to succeed in the planet hopper instead. Not landing retro
Take
with the
into
rocket,
consideration the rotation of the planet.
but yeah. So let's see. Where can we speed up to safely?
Splashdown imminent.
What?
Prepare for rest. Why are you flipping around like that?
I'm getting retrograde, but since my retrograde is up in the air relative to the planet, I'm still going up. So supposedly I'm going to land somewhere around this little island out here, this peninsula.
Land on the island.
I don't know.
I want to go to
Prepare
the
for
islands.
rest.
Let's go to the islands.
Which islands?
Any island.
Any island.
Not Manhattan.
Let's speed up a little. Faster. Dangerous.
Near the disputed
close enough.
island of Al-Karaparum.
Kerbal. Let's see, we do want his window up, right? Or do you want him to...
Hey, you better mute me. I'm going to start sneezing.
Alright. Speeding up just a bit more, just a little hair, just not too much, but let's see. I'll make sure we. Oop.
I bet with a few minor part count upgrades, you can make it in a month.
I'm seeing like some of the stock moon rocket in the stock parts. Tried to fly those. Apparently, it said something along the lines of fins not included in these fins. Oh, there we go.
Oh! I like that red though.
It's a nice sunset red.
One is pretty dang easy to get to. We haven't got anywhere.
Landing is the problem, yeah. No, we've only managed to go suborbital with
High loading.
Yeah. That's good. Soon enough.
Let's go for disengage.
Yeah, once you're under the parachute, you just let it dangle instead of
let it dangle.
Spinning motors to try and hold you still. But Jeb wants it to be a nice, smooth ride because he's a paying passenger in all this. I'm controlling it from the ground, clearly.
Craft is
but poorly.
Splashdown.
Unfurl at 1,000. The glue of the foundation.
I don't know. Jeb died and then he came back. He kind of creeps me out.
Vampire Jeb.
He's the picture boy.
Yeah. They had to bring him back.
Just like a couple of days? That's kind of creepy. I was shooting for Valentina.
Well, let's see. Why is this? Oh, that's the mission time.
Cloning. Creepy.
Hey, who are we?
They have spares.
Who are we
Even
to
creepier.
Judge the Kerbal society? Spares
Just
and
in
stasis. Well, we're back in the water.
VR training for real. Subconscious VR training. This is all normal in the Kerbal society. Oh, great.
Is there like a series of books I'm missing? Did this spawn a movie I didn't get to? I didn't get around to seeing.
Alright.
Yeah, we're
Don't
right there. 24.
Kerbal, the book app.
Oh, big splash. Alright. Another watery crew report.
Don't let him get out.
Nah, let's just recover vessel and try again because I screwed up staging.
Splashdown confirmed. Recover vessel.
And under the idea of give it more booster, we're going to give the first stage core just a little bit more. No science.
No science, really?
Yeah.
Poopity snot.
You do it once. That's all there is to know. Yeah, it actually engaged SAS before flight, yes. Let's see, what is the launch pad looking like anyway? All the old Dingus class rockets, they're useless. Here's the s'more.
They don't want to hear that the sky is dark in space again.
Let's see. Oh yeah, you were saying repurpose it for some science. So let's go edit the vessel and put some science on it. Yeah, some keyboard mess up. And it just...
I would practice the older record, not the s'more.
What?
You don't like the s'more.
Why don't you like the s'more?
The s'more's the s'more.
It's too s'more. So you're thinking more of the Jeb 1 class. That's the one that managed to get to orbit to begin with. Maybe work backwards.
Margin. It's minimal. Too minimal.
Maybe work backwards, huh?
From Dingus?
No. From the Jeb 1. So the Jeb 1 managed to make itself... That was Valentina's that managed to make itself to...
Jeb 1.
Well, that would be the difference, right? A whole bigger center core, right? So we could maybe work backwards from this to make it a s'more. But...
Jeb. One was made with Jeb's memory in mind. Yes, it was!
Yes. Jeb 1. So... Well, let's
Stop
just launch
working
it.
backwards.
Just add science. Yes, let's add some science. Let's see.
Easy peasy. Except for we don't have any. Like hamburger helper.
There it is.
Yum,
Science.
hamburger helper.
We have the too hot thermometer.
Cheeseburger, mac and cheese.
It is the you would determine using the thermometer. You would determine the temperature. That was my chemistry instructor in college. It was Major Pike.
Answer all yes.
Alright, so we just stick the science onto the capsule on the outside. Is that how this works? Just like, whoop, there's the thermometer. Let's see, a mystery goo container. Oh, we should put some symmetry to the mystery goo container.
You want all but consider the drag that would be caused by goo capsule.
There'll be a drag goo capsule. And 3 thermometers. Do you actually get more science for the number of goo capsules? Or is it really just one each?
What the hell's a goo capsule?
It's a mystery goo.
You want equal numbers and avoid covering your escape hatch.
Yeah, that'd be nice, right?
The idea in using the goo capsules during different stages of life.
Ah, yeah. Right mouse on it. So it's. Go away, you. Right mouse on it. That's. No. There, it stays open. It's weird to me to figure out how to get it to stay open. And see how that looks. Well, that doesn't help.
Goo capsules carry non-Newtonian fluids that react to different environments, materials, and science.
I don't like any of that. Let's go back to here. Well,
Goo capsule.
there we go. Alright, so let's see, there's our hatch. Yes. How many thermometers does one capsule need? I want to get them in line with the boosters, which are already causing drag, right? That don't look quite right. Gonna put them on the side here? No, I'm ditching that part. I think I'm supposed to survive re-entry and dangling on the outside of the capsule like this. If you don't go too fast, right? Alright. Oh, sure. So we got 4 boosters, and I was wondering why I wouldn't line up. Oh yeah, let's just stick them there. That looks useless. That's not useful. Alright, there more or less. Whatever. Good enough for Jeb's government work. That's like right over the window. That's not good. Maybe only one of these. Alright, now we got all sorts of stuff on board the capsule. I haven't been paying any attention to the money spent. Like I said, I'm NASA. Come on, we don't pay attention to the budget. Well, let's quadruple check staging. All of that looks good. That looks good. We got that. Yeah. everything worked well on this one last time. So, one last flight, eh? What? Too many parts. 38 of 30. Alright, Alright, go away, goo capsules. You look annoying. Oh, that's 4. 4 more. Oh, we have a big old fancy heat shield on here, too, that didn't seem terribly necessary last time. So we're like right at the limit. 31 of 30. What was the one? Oh, the other science. Alright, what do you think? Pay another life? Yeah, let's not do that. We had the heat shield because we thought we were going to be coming back from orbit and we'd be super fast. And it didn't seem to be all that, like we didn't use much of it in the end, but that might have been just luck. So if we want to afford one more. Yes, it was a low orbit. If we can ditch one part, I think we can safely ditch these nose cones and make some science instead.
I thought you used all of your oil. He said, and used only 50% of your total second stage orbital fuel. I thought you used it all.
I don't recall. Yeah, we don't want to be a drag on the boosters. Well. We can get rid of, say, one fuel tank and it'd still be a lower orbit.
I remember you being in a nice low orbit with big excess amounts of fuel. Which was feeble and smart for the first flight.
Well, if what you're suggesting is that perhaps we don't necessarily need said upper stage fuel tanks.
How much to upgrade the VAP?
I do need. Now wait. Put that back. Get it from here. Get that. Nope. That's annoying.
Because then your part count would be a non-issue.
True. Then we would have less to worry about. That's what I meant to do. Since we got to orbit with not quite so much fuel, we'll drop the one tank and we'll add one. No, not the goo. We'll add a thermometer. It doesn't look like it takes up too much space. Sure, we'll put them right by the capsule light up by the window. Do we have to like look out the window at it? Or just that's probably all right click stuff, right? Well, that's something. The Jeb 1S for science. Sound good? Jeb light. Alright, good enough for let's launch. What the wobbly booster? I don't remember having wobbly boosters. Alright. SAS engaged. Full throttle on the liquid. Data panels out so we can see what our numbers change, how our numbers change. I believe we are go for launch. Now we just have to figure out how to control it. And go east. Now, is there a built-in roll program? Because it tends to look like it rolls a lot, and I'm not trying to make it roll. Is there something built into that? Just the nature of the aerodynamics, perhaps? Don't know. So, we're going to launch and go west. Yes? Or off-center. So, yes. Well, they were nicely centered. Should I go back and fiddle fart with them some more? On the angles of the nav ball. And yaws. Well, that may well be, but you know, Valentina managed to survive, right?
Once.
Once. When on the capsule serves as south there. Well, that would have been helpful to know, probably. Alright. You ready?
I'm ready.
Wishful thinking has made the space shuttle. Sure thing.
Sure enough.
3, 2, 1,
On a wish and a prayer.
Whee!
Go for launch.
Come on, east. Get east. Not too far east. 70 east.
Get east.
Danger.
Danger.
What kind of danger is there? Going too fast for the thick part of atmosphere, are we? Roll program should be gentle. Again with the detailed controls.
Craft appears nominal.
Getting a little heating.
Rolling too hard too early is dangerous and wasteful. Looks like it's all red and burny uppy.
It looks that way.
Nav ball is off nominal.
Alright, let's see where we're going.
Situational awareness is not possible with instrument
pretty far up.
controls.
That's enough of that. Think that's enough of that?
Regain situational awareness.
Yeah. Alright, we're done with that stage. Now I'm going to kill this for a second. Let's take a look. See what we're doing here. So if we wait until we get all the way up there, we are going to be in a really weird orbit. So we're going to want to get, let's see, we are going to want to get somewhat orbital insertion burn. Yes, that would be nice. But let's see if I navigate the way I nope, nope. That's not. Nope. Where am I? My orientation just feels weird to me. That's what I'm looking for. I want to get flatter in this arc. Sorry about the cough there. And now let's see, we're plenty high enough, right? Let's go full throttle now. See what our yeah. It's going to be not a circular orbit. I don't like that. I don't like that orbit.
Why?
Not pulled down enough, huh? Maybe about this direction, huh, you think? Let's burn that direction for a while. There we go. Now we're really talking. Adjusting an orbit like we should. What's our Perry? 57. Your impatience will cost you dearly. Yeah, but it'll be fun. Yeah, I know. 57,000 kilometers. But it looks cool. And let's see. Mr. Capsule. No, I don't need that anymore, do I? Let's get ourselves to prograde so we know where we're at. Here, prograde, where'd you go? There you are. We'll want to talk to you about that. Boeing moment. Yeah, I did not get a 70 kilometer minimum orbit because I'm at 57. Which means I'm going to go burn through the atmosphere and maybe land.
Oh, I hope you make it.
We'll see. This thing's got no fuel left in it, so bye-bye. Yeah. Oh, we'll see. It might be like the third orbit before we slow down enough. From one. Well, you can barely even see the little thing. So let's see. $58,000. That's well, not terribly thick air, right? A few dozen hours or a few days. Well, we're going to have to spin around until maybe about, I don't know, here-ish. Then we'll see him go through the atmosphere. Maybe buzz some house. Well, we're just north of the Space Center there. Is that space? Is that north? Yeah. There's the moon. We can look at it. It'll be pretty. So we're going to warp around to the other side of the planet here. Warpins. Whee! And give ourselves enough time to get into retro. Alright. That's not the right angle. Wait a second. What'd I do?
What did you do?
Could have not conducted high altitude science. Ah, see, this is still warping. That's what's happening. So yeah, this is the problem with the trying to do space in a limited time frame. Space research. There we go. There's what I'm looking for. Why does the music just cut out every so often?
Use spring.
Log temperature. Transmit it, you get 7 science. Recover, you get 7.2. If we recover this, we get all manner of new toys.
Oh, come on. Don't die. Don't die.
And I can report from here.
Don't.
Alright. Well, let's see. Well. Okay. Quit it.
Gently heating.
Really, where did you see the temperature? Oh, the mountain.
The ass is getting more pink and going back up. Well,
and going back up.
you're stuck here.
Am I skipping off the atmosphere?
Oh crap!
Welcome to space.
Damn it!
Wait, so Jeb's got a back. I can't EVA. This is the problem with career modes. You can't save yourself so easily.
Oh man!
Jeb could get out, sit on the heat shield, and then fire his retro pack to slow himself and the capsule down. Sure, that could happen.
You'll be here for many, many, many days. You spend all your fuel since it looks cool and quotes.
Alright. Many days, you say. Well, let's see how much warping we can get done since we're just kind of cruising around.
That's hilarious.
Whee! I did say wait till I... Yeah, I know. Well, just can I warp it around until I get near the atmosphere and then like ditch out? And ditch out like right there.
How many times did you do this with the other ones that you never got?
What do you mean?
The people. Oh, you just missed it.
What missed what now?
You have to like manually wait each time and it sucks. Yeah, he's done it like 1,000,000 times and he never got them.
What do you mean? I only have
people
like
that
one
are out in space that you never got.
That I haven't recovered yet in the other games?
Yes.
Well, they're in an orbit that doesn't come anywhere near the surface, so they got no chance of getting aero capture. This one, at least if he's getting warmed up at all, that's at least some indication of aero resistance. Otherwise, he wouldn't warm up.
The idea is to never attempt to orbit unless you know you can get back. Unless anonymous. I can't say that word.
Autonomous.
Yeah, that.
Orbital. I don't like the orbital view.
Really?
Auto. No. Free.
I can proudly say I never lost a single Kerbal in a realism career. I took everything super seriously.
Well, This is my first try at the career mode, so. And since Jeb regenerated, it just killed me. Or killed the mood. We'll have to turn on the realism wherever that is.
I hedged my best with autonomous vessels and trained my poor man flights. It's.
I didn't think I had the option to do
No, not yet.
I thought that came later. I didn't think I had a chance to launch with, except sandbox mode, of course. But you gotta unlock the parts.
Yeah,
with the
that's
safe
the problem.
flights.
It takes forever.
Let's see. We're at 60 and we're descending. This red little light, is that what it was?
You start with man, but as soon as you get to autonomous, switch to robots.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Smart.
Yeah, I was gonna do a lot of ground stuff. That's what I was gonna do the hopper. Well, I'm still going down.
Free bonus science.
And I'm going back up.
It's safe and easy to get to.
Well, I wish I had known that before I started flinging Kerbals into the air.
I think he told you that.
Well, I did, but we were already flinging Kerbals.
Welcome to space, Jeb.
Yeah. Jeb, I think you're going to be up here a while. Yeah, I gotta look around.
We've got to ask these questions, you know.
Yeah. Alright, well.
What are you going to do? Just leave him up there?
He is a new star in the sky, as he says.
Oh, no.
Revert to launch. Should we revert to launch? He's fine for now. Apparently they don't have to eat or go poop or anything. Should we try and necromancer? Should we try and help Jeb be uncomfortable?
You got 8 minutes.
8 minutes.
Yeah, and then I'm out.
Alright.
I gotta take medicine.
Someday you may re-enter without you noticing and crash.
Oh, is that how it goes?
Oh no. Yeah, I tried the line up challenge. That's
that makes me sad.
Well, let's see. We can't throw out the parachute. He can't get out of the thing.
It is possible, but challenging.
Yeah. Well, Jeb.
You gotta be smart about it.
Now
that's not something we are.
We done left Jeb in space.
Damn it all to hell.
Or do we just revert to launch and pretend it didn't happen?
Oh, Jeb.
Back to the Space Center. Oh dear, dear Jeb. Well, I guess I didn't waste the memorial after all because I killed him again. Or at least left him in space.
Here's that freaking. Oh. Well, that's a really sad way to leave the night.
I know, right? Should we try one more time? Maybe we can
Godspeed, Jeb.
Get Valentina up there to capture Jeb.
Trapped forever. How do you feel about that? Trapped forever in a capsule. Worst death possible. No, actually, we want to do that. We want to go up in the space capsule and just keep on chucking.
Yeah, we're thinking what you do is you wait until the appropriate planetary alignment, and then you take your rocket off, and you like cruise near all the cool planets like Mars and Jupiter and slingshot around Saturn and so on. Till you get out to the outer edges of the atmosphere. And it's just one long retirement trip. You know, by 10 years, you're out by Pluto. Yeah, just do a Voyager. I can't remember which one took a 90-degree turn at Jupiter and went parallel to the disk, and the other one went along the surface. But then, you know, we can take pictures and send back stories and all like that. Well, of course, we'll have an internet connection. A delayed internet connection, but yeah, do the gravitational assist around the planets to get from one to the other. Yeah, right? Just hang out until you end up in the far reaches of the galaxy somewhere. I was going to write it up and have Musk price it out for me. You know, he used to put his prices on the website.
Do science.
Do science. Well, there was a couple of problems. The boosters were wobbly, right?
You mean someday just kind of surrender to space? Yes.
Pretty much. Aren't we already? Aren't we already on some planetary vessel? That doesn't look like it's going to work.
That ain't gonna work.
Yeah.
Look at my sweet puppies. Set SRBs at hard 90-degree angles relative to the capsule window. That's what he just had.
Alright, so there's your capsule window. So one of them's directly beneath said capsule window.
That's not 90 degrees.
Well, one's underneath.
Capsule window is south.
So that looks like it's lined up with the window.
Capsule is 6 o'clock.
And then where did we accidentally throw away our boosters?
It's easy to stay oriented this way.
Yeah. Ooh, look at that. Way up there. Put some big fins on it.
Big fins.
We're going to have to make a compromise here. Fins go there.
Recombined staging.
Boosters go there-ish. Not quite-ish.
Oh, really? You can hold center mouse to shift your camera, I think, or shift alt or something.
Well, what I'm looking to do is make sure they're on the decouplers. Oh, well, that's interesting.
Because you really want to face it dead on while placing.
Yeah, that ain't right. That looks more right. Down the center of the rocket.
Face the surface directly during placement.
Ah, that might help. Really a better luck like there. Behave, you. That's my staging, and I'm sticking to it. That looks better, right? It looks all lined up.
You had it before.
Yeah, I know. Just I accidentally hit this
I think
wrong
it's fine now. Question mark.
mouse click.
I think it's fine now.
Hard to tell. Well,
we'll
I
see.
got all the clickety things, the toggle snap, and the supposed to be cameras off
Camera
center.
is off center.
Well, I don't know.
I want to turn the oven on.
Alright.
So I want pizza.
You. Fuel tank, fuel tank, fuel tank. Some valves, nozzle. Alright. Well, that looks reasonable at least. I think that's fairly decent. I keep looking at a 45-degree angle. Thinking it should be more like a 90-degree angle. Because it doesn't seem to attach like this. I swear it's still off center. Oh, the fin looks. Yeah, I know, right? It does. Don't look quite right. Yeah, that's not a proper attachment, is it?
Face directly at 90 degrees during placement of SRB.
Must face directly. Alright. Let's see. Sure. Well, there's move.
You can have it offset, but you really want to get it.
This has always been the most a headache of this.
Right.
It's right at 90 degrees. And they start doing all this number. Alright. I see. Maybe I see. Let's see. Nope. No, those look properly connected to the decouplers. It looks like the fins that are off now. See, it might be easier to move the fins. And I'm still freaking.
Perfecto.
You think?
Nice.
I don't know about Mr. Blue Ball being above Mr. Yellow
That's
Ball.
a rocket.
You think? You think you'll work best?
Let's try it. What do you got to lose?
A Kerbal.
Well, you've already lost.
Valentina this time, probably.
Put fins on SRB.
You think? Oh, just to lower the. Alright.
Instead of center.
Well, if it's in the center like that, then I can readily or easily get angled.
Due to part count.
Ahead of center due to part count.
Stop placing at 45-degree angle. Go angles.
Yeah, 34 as it is. Of 30. You said we need to upgrade our.
A lot of different stuff.
Well, yeah, we need to upgrade the valve, right?
Yep, the valve.
Upgrade 225 somethings.
It cost a lot.
We've got 334,000 somethings. I guess they're Kerbal, whatever that V-shaped currency symbol is. Max parts 255.
Totally worth it.
Sure, why not?
Kerbucks.
Sure, Kerbucks.
If you have it.
I did have it. Now I barely got any left. Alright. We were going to stick fins on the booster. That's what we were at.
Stick fins. Now you can build some real beefy rockets.
Beefy rockets. Was there in the view? I haven't used these tools so much. Offset. Attached part to offset. Oh, here we go. Oh, here we go.
What?
Control arrows. Yeah, there we go. That's what we're doing now. I ain't screwing around with those little ghost images anymore. Or am I? There we go. Beefy rockets. Alright. Rotate tool. No, don't really want to do that. Reroute. Let's just go back to place. Alright. And let's place fins. We were doing. That's what we were all out.
Craft this go unless you want to build an even bigger rocket. No, go.
I like looking at it at 45 degrees. Close it up. Let's launch.
We can make a big old crazy rocket. We'll do that tomorrow night.
Yeah, we'll do just a big old rocket.
Let's just see if this works first.
It's a wobble. I hate the wobbly.
Don't be wobbling.
I also hate
you wonder why it's on offset. I don't wonder. He might wonder.
Damn it. Missed the day.
Interplanetary rocket. Godspeed, Valentina.
Waiting on sunrise. Da-da-da-dee. There we go. No, alright. So, SAS is on. Fuel is full.
Oh,
We
man.
should be all good with our staging. Like 90% of it's funding.
Oh, man. You should have told us that before.
Will roll program height. I wish I knew where I could do that. Hey, since when did I graduate to these? Valentina's got some skills, huh?
She was a hero.
Yep.
Hello, new person that entered the room.
Public won't pay their taxes.
Oh, man.
Boy, they really love her, I tell you what. Let's see, where's the window of the craft again? Okay, so that's south.
Roll program. What are you going to start turning into orbit at?
Oh. What was it, like 70, maybe 65? Maybe, what was the suggestion? 20,000? Start to roll at 20,000?
You can write that down or something?
Yeah, I'll remember. Trust me, I'm a software engineer.
5,000 meters is a good start.
That's a lot sooner.
You know, some decent vertical speed.
Yeah.
Like 5,000 ms.
500.
500 ms. What's
All right.
meters per second.
It's what's shown here in this thing. So
I got it after a minute.
Yeah, right. All right.
111.
111. 321. You ready to go?
Yep.
Go. So 500 meters a second and 5,000. Then we'll start moving over. Is that the plan? That's the plan. We're looking at 250.
500 meters is when you start, and then gently, incrementally, as the atmosphere gets thinner.
Yeah. All right. 5,000.
You want some healthy vertical speed.
All right, we got 500. Let's start trying to get to an angle. We got so much drag we can't turn.
Use caution if we did well.
What? There we go. There's a missing stage there, or something wasn't staged properly there.
Something happened.
Yeah, something was not staged properly.
Oh man, staging.
Yeah, something was wrong
Every time.
with that staging. We got thin atmosphere, let's get our ass over. There we go.
There's the begin the roll. Begin roll. Oh.
That's a bit more than I thought, but let's see what we're looking at.
Map view.
I don't want to roll over more, right? I don't want to go that high.
Appalachians. See what your trajectory is.
Alright.
Space.
Not that much.
The final frontier.
Alright, let's take a moment to think what we're doing here before we run out of fuel.
Don't go too far.
Yes. So, we have to wait for Appalachians so that we get to a circular orbit. Yes.
Find the balance. Luke. We can't wait.
You mean I can't wait?
Go to app burn.
Well, but.
Or burn now.
Burn now. Well, let's burn now and see what we burn out of the rest of this tank anyway.
Then you always burn up your stuff too quick. You have a window.
Yes, just before, right? Let's see what we look like here. Yeah, we're looking cool. Alright.
Window is closed. Clock is ticking.
Fire then. They're going to get us to orbit, or are we going to have some more on the second one? It looks like we'll need more from the next stage.
Oh, nose down.
Is that supposed to be a good thing? Nose down, you say?
That's what he says. I don't know.
Oh, dang it. Hate when I do that. At least we didn't lose too much fuel. A little more nose down. And a little more nose down. Oh. Not that much nose down. Damn it. Damned it. Ah. Ah. Suborbital. Suborbital, but landing in the mountains, maybe? That looks like some cool mountain range, at least. Dang it. Let's toss that. Oh. Get myself back set up here. Yeah. Staging. Well, at least we're not lost in space. Like poor old Jeb. It looks like we might land in some mountainous region.
Wow.
Orbital stage failure, yep. Tilted over too far. She a pilot, so she can keep prograde and retrograde at least. If you go too far, always stop. But I've already gone too far. But then I've already gone too far. No, we're right at A. Right at app. And it looks like it should be a decent little nice. So rip Jed in the end only took a week or so.
Aww.
Well, Jed regenerated and then we stuck him in permanent orbit again. Here's Jeb.
Aww.
Valentina was going to go save him, but unfortunately, no.
No.
No. So, but at least she's going to land someplace new and cool. Over here in the mountains where we ain't been. Getting out and pushing. I was going to do that. I did actually do that in sandbox mode. I got the Jeb came out of his capsule.
Just wrong.
Got in the back of the capsule, the heat shield, and fired the jetpack to slow it down, and then got back in. But that's, sandbox mode for you.
Valentina did a flip. The rocket did a full stop, reversed orbit, and continued to burn at max for 30 seconds.
Yes.
Well, that was very, very.
Yeah.
Thanks for letting me know.
Yeah, I accidentally tilted too far over whilst navigating, and then there was like firing a rocket towards the surface.
This is a valid cheese concept. Oh, right. This is a career.
Yeah, career mode's not doing so well for us. I might get fired. Get fired.
We kind of don't do well at this. This is what, the third launch tonight?
I think it's the third launch.
Even better reason to get out and push. You may want to recalibrate your altimeter
to surface, yeah. There's our
altimeter?
surface speed. And then that's on surface. And I suppose we could flip around any time now, eh?
You think about increasing your parachute deploy height if you're landing in mountains. You still want us to land in the mountains?
Well, we might land in the mountains.
R.I.P. Valentina. Oh, come on!
How's about, I don't know, let's put it out way early. What's the maximum early we can do? 5,000? Well, that's the maximum safety margin then.
Service is 1,000. Like 17, like that.
Well, it says it max allowable is 5,000 if we're in the mountains and such.
Current odds of survival are unknown. Although one person thinks that she's going to die.
It's low.
Die!
The odds are low.
5
Long, slow
kilometer
descent. True, but well, maybe not. If I'm in the mountains, maybe the mountains will, come up and meet me.
Above 80%, you think?
Alright, maybe 3,000. Trajectory. I don't know. It looks like I got lots to slow down here. Yes, retrograde. Luckily, Valentina can just go whoop. There we are.
Don't turn it down. You will be deploying 5 kilometers above the surface, though not sea level. 70% survival. Don't turn it down. 75%. 70% survival.
What's that again now? You say more like the 5,000?
You will be deploying 5 kilometers above the surface.
Oh, I thought they were atmospheric, not...
You wouldn't have time to slow down in a thin atmosphere.
Yeah. So this is altitude above sea level, ASL, not MSL, huh?
So if your mountain peak is 4 kilometers up and the chutes will deploy at 9 kilometers up.
Well, that's convenient that they have like our radar altimeter.
Altitude is based on the surface below you. Altitude above terrain, not sea level, sadly.
Wow. And then what was
Go
this?
Go for re-entry.
Alright. I suppose I'm decently lined up. Still
Are ya?
143,000 up, though. That's a bad level.
Speed is increasing.
Oh, that's right. She's holding it. That's what. Speed is increasing. So should I No, I don't.
You could warp to 80,000.
Warp to 80,000.
Do not touch control.
Yeah, I'll just stick on retrograde.
Conserve battery.
Warp to 80,000. You say?
It is 1, 2, 3.
Alright. So we're out. Coming over
Also, did you collect science? I believe you can collect the crew report. I don't know if you did. I don't know.
Log temperatures. Collect science. Display on and off. Oh, well, interesting. That might be interesting while we go through re-entry. Stick that over here.
Yay, abort science.
You might as well see what it does.
Crew report is on the capsule.
Yeah, crew report here. Here we go. Watch for it. Here's some of our
Asperden. Lesson learned when you go up
too far.
Too far, stop.
Yes, always stop when you've gone too far.
You got it all. Ready, awesome.
329.
Wow.
Kelvin.
Look at her face. Come on, Valentina, value.
Yay.
Unless and keep pushing further. Never stop.
We
Don't
can
stop.
do
Get it.
Yeah, we got lots of, yes, I
Possible
see
mountainous terrain that can be coming up quickly.
Toasty.
Oh, 329 Kelvin.
It seems
Re-entry
okay.
seems nominal.
I'm not messing with the controls. That might help. Which is weird. Why you think it's weird? I'm an expert.
Sure. At least it's not on the temp gauge.
Oh, now it's cooling down pretty quick, right?
For some
not
reason,
so quick.
it still does same temp regardless of speed. There it goes. Your ass is not on fire as much as it was.
Well, we have that big old thick heat shield, so what is that? Yeah, like we have 182 of 200, so
Stand by for subsonic and shoot deployment.
subsonic. Aren't I already subsonic?
I don't know,
It
but
looks like a good time. Looks like a good
go
time.
for shoot.
It was white. It said I can. It sounds like a good time to go for shoot. We can be done with SAS now, yes. What was the review data? Does it give me like a graph? Nah. Darn it. I live for graphs. Must graph the data.
Standing
There's
by
one
for
pearl.
a pearl. There it is,
4,000
pearl.
feet. 4,000 feet from surface.
Not sea level. I'm gonna smack into the ground this
39.
plane.
Yeah, they did. Now, is that because I had it on the sea level or the mountainous switch here, or would they have deployed differently if I had left it on this? I don't know.
Yeah, we weren't sure if we would land or smack into the freaking ground and blow
Right.
up.
No, we must save Valentina. You made that very clear. She cannot die.
Better to go high than low, in my opinion. Unless you've done it before.
R.I.P. What?
She's not gonna die.
How's she gonna die? She's
Calm
in a
down now.
parachute. You know, she's dangling from her
Look,
parachute. It's
her
like
eyeballs are
3,000
open and
meters.
she's looking around. She's happy. People will burn their money if she dies. The streets will be littered. She has a parachute, I think.
Well, you think she needs to get out and skydive? It's not that bad off, is it?
I thought she landed.
Well, she's not landing yet. Well, thank you. At least I can land properly if I can't get in the frickin' orbit properly. At the very least I can do is save the passenger. Right?
She's gonna land in the mountains.
Well, is it going to be like a problem for recovering the vessel?
Harsh terrain.
It's still pretty freaking hot, apparently.
Can warp to surface now. The shoe's deployed safely.
You said never do that. Somebody said never do that. Well, I guess we can only warp to 4 times anyway. Ah, I see. Well, there is that danger, huh? We could just land on a mountainside and slide down.
Ah!
Oh, not during shoot deployment. Okay.
It can be iffy.
See, docking mode, map, maneuver mode. A little higher, slightly higher detail. to reach. Altitude.
Valentina is in a new place. Make sure you gather new science.
That's what I was hoping by living in the mountains, at least. At least there'd be that. What is that? Is that our leftover bit?
Like, take the science from the current devices upon landing and put them in the capsule. I mean, 55C is always a nice tent to be in.
Let's see what it says now.
55C, you add 30 to that?
Kelvin is 270.
131 Fahrenheit.
Something.
That's a little too hot for me.
Yeah. That is.
I've been at 131 temperature degrees before in Borrego Springs, California.
Yeah.
It was horrifying.
I don't know why people
It was
stay
the
there.
worst ever.
Doom. Yay, we landed on a nice, relatively flat piece of ground. Now let's see. What all do we have to do here? Let's see. EVA out in the wilderness. Do all the things. Yeah, I used to joke about the Kennedy speech because he says we pledged to go to the moon in this decade and do the other things, and I kept saying, well, what in the hell is the other things? These apparently are the other things. Gather science from devices. Oh, that's the fruit hatch. That's my little temperature. What? It's my little temperature gauge. I thought I already collected the science from it, though. EVA report. It's on the ground. Might as well remove the helmet, right? Take a breather. Yeah, apparently though, we now think that there were some form of volcanic activity on the moon at some point. Not volcanic, tectonic activity. Yeah, she took her helmet off because, you know, remove the neck ring. She's home. How's she exposed to an alien virus? She didn't go anywhere. Equip neck ring, equip helmet, sure, fine. Alright. Let's see, what am I missing? I don't want to deploy a chute. There we go. Take the data, store the experiments. Take the other data, take the other experiments. That just seems to go on forever.
It's the practice.
Oh. Well, because I took off her helmet and the neck ring, because she's back on Kerbal anyway. So, grab, get back on board. On only the most dense atmosphere of other planets. But, oh, sure. I think I did everything I needed to do, right?
There's the moon.
Let's recover vessel, and hopefully I have some more money. Or some more science, enough science to get some more rocket parts. Like a remote pod. That would be cool. Science 50, yay, we have enough to buy some more stuff. We're going to buy some more stuff, and then we're going to go hang out. Eve, Lathan, oh, maybe Jewel. So Duma is one of the planets, and apparently that was the district, state, province, whatever, in Russia where Valentina was elected.
Yeah.
And they call it Mars, or they use it for Mars, I guess. Is that the actual literal translation from Russia? Russian. Alright, research and development. Advanced rocketry, general construction, aviation. Flight control sounds good.
Awesome hanging out with you. I have to go in the other room. Where people are popping into the room. Hi.
Just when we get ready to be done.
Well, that always happens. 2 hours.
Electronics, battery. Let's see, basic science. Oh, but basic science has my Stay Putnik.
What?
It's the Stay Putnik. It's the remote pod. Yay, remote pod. Well, more rocketry, more rocket engines. Bigger fuel tank, adapter tank, another fuel tank. Construction stuff. Bigger decouplers. Crew cabin. I think the only... I'm not going to bother the aviation, but what's flight control? More fins. And the P re-entry module. 2 capsule. Basic science for more science. Yeah, but basic science also has the remote pod, and I'm very much liking the idea of the remote pod. Yes, we will do the science. We have spent all our science to buy more science. But we can go in and we can make the Jeb remote controlled. Let's see. These remote controlled, do we care about safely re-entry? I suppose we want to safely re-enter with the little... Oh wait, what now? Wait, what am I missing? Yeah, small armless radio drone. Oh, alright. Well, let's just put this back together for now. Interesting how it leaves them hanging out there. Yeah, we'll just leave the Jeb S alone. We'll come back and start it fresh. Next time on the stream, we'll go with the Stay Putnik. Remote receivers, relay control input, ground of the craft, no crew. 10 minutes of built-in power. So maybe we can get this out to Jeb, and he can write it back, kind of thing, right? I don't know. Yeah, not so much stable, huh? Alright. Well, that'll be next time. Thanks for everyone coming by. Feel free to take a look at the beginning of the stream. If you missed it, we had a little bit of detail about the real Valentina. And I guess we will see you next time. And get over here. Bye.